Hey, Carter Mancy Mesquite and Jaconda Thomas. I thought I'd start on time since I said it was going to start at 7:30. Ooh, Lord, y'all almost lost me. I've been being awakened at like 4:33 in the morning here lately, so that by the time dusk comes and the sun goes down, uh, I was getting sleepy, and I thought about putting this off till tomorrow, but I decided that I'm going to stick to my resolution or my promise, and that is to not put off for tomorrow what I can do today, to not procrastinate. Hey, Electra, to get it done while the getting is good. And as you can see, I played with some of the toys on StreamYard, and I put a banner up. Look at me, trying to be all professional and shit, and looking like I might know something about, like I might be graduating from an eighth grader to at least a freshman in these YouTube streets. Tonight we're gonna do we'll have some conversation. I promised you a song. Um, I might give you, but you know that because I can't risk getting flagged, that I can only give you like a little snippet of a song, like I did the last time. And I thank all of you who joined me. Was it yesterday or the day before? Whenever it was recent. Please like, subscribe, and share. Um, and I also want to give some thanks to some ladies that actually donated. I won't call them out. They may come on later unless they give me permission to do so. But I do want them to know that I'm really touched. And I mean, tears came to my eyes because it wasn't something that I was expecting at all. And it was just a nice surprise to know that you all enjoy me enough to want to donate to the channel. I brought a list of some of the songs. I've decided that I would, you know, include you on my journey to getting this CD recorded. So I brought some songs that I'm considering to put on the CD, and I will call out the artist. You can let me know if you know them or if you're familiar with them. And I'll call out the songs that I'm putting on. Right now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, those may be distilled. Hey, Kathy, those will be distilled down because I'm thinking I could make it an EP and put 4 songs on it, 3 to 4 songs. And if I'm really ambitious and all that I expect to happen happens, I can really make this a solid tribute CD. As the women whose songs I have chosen are all not just beautiful vocalists. They are musicians, and they are composers and band leaders, and they are like badass. Okay. So as you can tell by the title, "Don't Eat the Yellow Snow Where the Huskies Go," I was when I first left college, I actually a friend of mine was working for Frank Zappa, and I actually had an opportunity to go and audition and gig with him. He was, hey Linda, he was not only he was a great man, a very literate musician, and if you were familiar with any of his work, it was really like out of the box, and a lot of it was satire. It was just funny. And one of the titles of one of his songs is this particular title: "Don't eat the yellow snow where the Huskies go, and don't drink pee." Now, just when you think, I'm all for holistic stuff, okay? If you can find a way holistically to heal your body. I'm down with that. I believe in that. I think it's a great idea, but I draw the line at drinking piss, okay? Apparently, this is another cure for the thing that's the pestilence that is walking in darkness and daylight and taking people out of here. Apparently, if you can do the ivermectin thing, or now you can drink your own pee. Now, my personal opinion is I think it's really stupid for someone to take advice from people who don't know anything about science and then don't know jack about what makes them think they know so much more about this thing than the scientists do. That's the first thing. But none of them have attended medical school. I saw a headline where Spotify is asking that Joe Rogan's show be modified or something be modified so that he isn't out here spreading what they consider to be dangerous information. I mean, like, he was a comic, I think, before, and then he was a wrestler or something, but I don't know that there's doctor in his name at all. Do what you want to do with your own body. And if you think drinking pee is going to save your life, then you do that. But I won't be doing that. I think it's it just astounds me that just when you think you have heard something else that's wild and crazy, now we know that it ain't over. Now we know that there are those who are out there saying that this is a way to, I guess, to wash away your troubles or something. But it seems to me that if you're drinking your piss and you have become infected with something, that infection might show up in your piss. You reckon? Lord Jesus, I think the lockdown and everything associated with it has driven people just batshit crazy. Okay? And I want to I have a message I want to talk a little bit about the politics. All the people who are voting against voting rights today stood up and they all recited the one line from Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech that they all knew, talking about judging someone by the content of their character, not the color of our skin. Well, we are judging you for your content of your character or the lack thereof. Your character stinks. You're liars. And how dare you use this beautiful activist's speech to somehow prop up your bullshit. How dare you? And especially you, Cinema. The picture floating around with you hugging on John Lewis saying he's your hero, well, he's turning over in his grave, sis. You lied to your constituents. You lied to the Black, brown, and Asian people that voted your stank ass in. And how dare you come on with your platitudes, your empty ass words about either of those leaders, either Dr. King or John Lewis, because if they were alive, they'd be fighting y'all's asses tooth and nail. They wouldn't be down with the bullshit. And you're not fooling any of us either. Sis, we know that you are getting large donations from Republicans. I saw on the Midas Touch, you all check them out, MEIDAS Touch, Ben, Jordy, and I forget the third brothers, the Mycellus brothers. They do great podcasts. They have interesting guests on. And Ben Mycellus and Michael Popak give us all a legal education at Legal AF every Saturday night. It's live, or you can catch it on Sunday. They posted that one of her big donors has said that we can't continue to support you going forward. I hope a lot of them start to bail, sis, because you got the gig and got hypnotized by lobby money and special interest money and Republican donations. So now you are now you standing up for them. You and Manchin, that piehead bastard, y'all don't give a shit about your constituents. You worrying about your bag. And I guess I can't even be mad at you about that, because if I was a trailer park, meth addicted street hoe, and I was going to the highest bidder, I might take some too, for entertainment purposes only. But Cinema, you have proved to us that you are nothing more than a hooker, selling yourself to the highest bidder. We already know who Manchin is. He's a liar. And he's a liar. And I think one of the reasons he hasn't left the Democratic Party is because if he crosses over the aisle, he'll just be one of a bunch. He'll be one of the people that he actually votes with and for. But he likes the attention he's getting, throwing a spanner into everything that President Biden wants to do. I got a word for both of y'all asses. It's not going to end well for you. There is something that'll be coming down the pipe on y'all's asses, and you won't be able to talk your way out of it. You won't be able to spin it. No. In the spirit, I can see that all this bullshit that you're doing that will affect millions of Black and brown and Asian people's ability to vote, all this bullshit you up to, it's not going to end well, kids. Oh, just hold on for 1 minute, y'all. I need to get the cards. I thought I had set myself up pretty cool, and I forgot to get the oracle. So I'll take a small commercial break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hey, y'all, I got some new people in the room next door. And judging from the activity that I have been observing, I think they might be open for business too. As long as they don't disturb my peace, I don't give a shit what they're doing over there. But back to Kirsten. Kristen, is it Kirsten or Kristen? Whatever it is, it's bitch. I just, you all have, all of you who use Dr. King's speech show a lack of integrity. You've shown a lack of character. And until you start judging my people by their character instead of the color of their skin, so we don't get shot down in the motherfucking streets for being Black, we don't get stopped by walking onto our own property, being asked by cops to show some ID. Until you start judging us by the content of our character, maybe we'll take a look at yours. I do my best to kind of keep myself upbeat, and maybe I need to back off from the news, but there's just some shit that's just pissing me off, you know? It's just pissing me off. They have the fucking nerve to have their feelings hurt because of Joe Biden's speech when he called their asses out and said, are you with Dr. King or are you with George Wallace, who incidentally asked for an apology when his ass got shot and wheelchair bound, and it was a black nurse who was tending to his stank ass, wiping his shitty ass and whatnot. Before he died, he at least asked for forgiveness. Are you for Dr. King or are you for Bull Connor? Are you for what? Who the fuck you not? And Rubio and all y'all want to talk about it's beneath his Mitch McConnell, Mr. Blackhand, gobble gobble. I don't know what to call you just now. A donkey's ass with some eyes in it. You have the nerve to talk about Joe Biden's speech being beneath his office when you stood by a man who insulted Gold Star families, made fun of handicapped people, dogged out the press, dogged out women. And, oh, you didn't think what he was doing was beneath the office of the presidency? You full of shit. Y'all a bunch of cowardly ass bitches. Because if you're not a racist, why are you feeling so sensitive about it? Why you got to get up and you just assume that everybody in the Senate is, yeah, I'm assuming it because you haven't shown me a goddamn thing that's different. And there's an old saying that if the shoe fits, put the motherfucker on and go running. I just made that up just now. We know about if the shoe fits, put it on or something like that. Y'all are a bunch of cowardly motherfucking bitches. And I'm going to tell you something. In my gut, when I look at Cinema and Mansion, there's something going on there, people, for entertainment purposes only. There's more than just because she's going down to the yacht at night, baby. We gonna hear about it. And when you do, say you heard it here first. Now, I haven't thrown any cards. I haven't asked a question. It's just something I get in my gut. There's something going on with them two. The way she just gets all up underneath him like a scared little scared little timid. Look, bitch, you can hide in bathroom stalls. You can hide in closets. You can hide under the bed. We see your ratchet ass. We see you for who you are. You are low rent. And when you went away to your Republican spy retreat, I'd be willing to bet dimes a donut that wasn't the only thing going on off up in those walls either. Because I do believe we got the report early on that you're free. I believe it. I sure do. Well, so there's my rant on these assholes attempting to justify their wretched ass actions by quoting Dr. King. Y'all motherfuckers don't know nothing about nothing. That wasn't the only speech he told. But see, when you teach in white history in white schools, that's all y'all teach in Black History Month. That's as far as y'all take it. When you and of course now we just can't tell the truth about slavery because it'll make the white kids feel uncomfortable. Well, motherfuckers, we've been uncomfortable for 400 years. I don't give a shit about no white kids' comfort. They need to be educated. They need to know the truth. Slavery is American history. It ain't the pretty part, but it is American history. And they need to know about it. Now, I don't mean any offense to anyone in my life. I'm not saying this to offend you. I'm just saying to let you know that this is how I am feeling and how I have felt for a very long time. There's not a black child living that's going to a school with white students in it that hasn't heard the talk and isn't made aware all of our fucking lives that we are black. I remember the first time I realized I was different. I was just a kid. Strange kid, maybe. I didn't like playing boys would chase the girls because the boys stank to me. I just didn't like it. I didn't like to get my pretty dresses dirty and my socks dirty. I like to swing, and I would sing all recess. And one day when I was swinging, minding my own business, this boy came up to me and said, "Get off that swing, you chocolate bar." And the way he said chocolate bar, it didn't sound like he was too fond of chocolate. And I kept swinging, and he repeated it again and stopped the swing. And I remember punching him as hard as I could and then running. I was in first grade. My teacher's name was Roberta Smith, and I pretended to be ill because that rocked me for a little while. Chocolate bar. Isn't chocolate good and sweet and creamy? And just as I put my head down, this evil bitch named Mrs. Bailey, she was an evil bitch. That bitch sounded like she had been drinking bourbon and smoking cigarettes since birth. She came in and made a comment about a brown child. That fucked me up. And when I went home, I started tugging at my hair. Even though it was long, I noticed that it wasn't blonde, not like it is now, and that it wasn't blowing in the wind. I looked at my skin color, and I thought maybe if I used hot water and some Comet cleanser, y'all know what Comet is, that I could scrub the color off or make myself light skinned like some of my classmates. And my mother heard the water running. You know, they didn't want you playing in the water. But I think she looked in and saw that I was distressed because when she came in, I just broke down and started crying and telling her about my day. And she was very understanding, and she helped me clean up and put some salve on my hand where I had rubbed the skin raw. And she gave me one of my favorite popsicles, which was a cherry one, and asked me to take a walk through her garden with her. And it was while we were on that walk, she asked me to look at all the different flowers in the garden, even flowers that were in the same family, but how different each flower was and how combined, how beautiful it was. And she spoke to me about the beauty of color, that was one of God's best gifts to us. And that my blackness and brownness, that I'm beautiful. I felt better, much, much better. And that little boy, by the way, ended up being a bass player in my very first band called the Something Smooth. I forget his name. I think his first name was John, but I forget his last name. So we are made, it doesn't matter how decent, how educated, how kind, how compassionate, how merciful we may be. We are always reminded that we are not white by many white people. Not by everybody, but by many white folks. So y'all mad because your kids might start feeling uncomfortable, and hell, you mad because they might come home and ask your rank ass some questions, and you're not ready to give the answers. Just admit it. And to the evangelicals who are standing in the pulpit, who are associated with the Oath Keepers, who are justifying the acts of the insurrectionists, preaching hatred from the pulpit. God is not in your mess. He is not in your mess. And he does ask, and I think it's in John, how can you say you love me whom you have not seen, and hate your brother whom you have seen? You are a liar, and the truth is not in you. You all are liars. And if there's a hell to go to, preaching that bullshit from the pulpit and telling somebody God bless them, and that don't make no difference. If there's a hell to go to, your asses is got seating arrangements. You and your flock. The Lord is not in your mess. The most Holy Spirit is not in your mess. And there will come a time when you will all have your road to Damascus moment. Well, let's talk about Zaddy. He gave a little party in Arizona, still lying. That man wouldn't know the truth if it was sitting on his face. Now his new lie is that white folks can't get the medications to help them with the death angel. Motherfucker, did I lose my mind? Or did your cult say it was a liberal hoax? We don't want no shots, and we don't want it to wear no masks. What the fuck are you talking about? Now they can't get the medication. They didn't want it in the first place. Maybe a light bulb went off in your dumbass head and you figured out that a lot of people dying were people following your ass. That the cheaters in the election were people who were following your ass. Voting in their dead wives' names. That was a Nevada native talking about he just can't imagine how that would happen. Till they clocked his ass. And what does he get? Nothing. He get no time. He didn't really get no punishment. But a black woman who was out of jail and was told she could vote, tried to vote, and they put her, she's in jail in Texas right now. Now Hot Wheels, who was defiant, is asking for, he's begging for the vaccine now. And all of them are lying about them being vaccinated. They have all been vaccinated and boosted. Them and their families. But they don't give a shit about you. That's why they're telling you don't do it. Now it's been sort of softened, like, well, it's your choice. Mm-hmm. Y'all decided you didn't want it. Now he's lying to you, telling you can't get it. So I guess that means y'all will go out and try to get it. So you can come back and say that you tried to get it and the people didn't give it to you. Mm-mm-mm. But General James got something for your ass, boy. Wieselberg has spilled the fucking beans, boo. Talking about how you overvalue your properties by approximately $200 million. See, that ain't pennies, boy. She want you and those ghouls called your children. Y'all all got to go in. And that means your ass too. You are not, you got to get it through your head. I don't care what you told the unwashed. I don't care what they believe. I do believe today, scholars said, have at it, National Archives. Send all the shit. Send all the shit to the January 6th committee. And you know why? Because your ass is a loser. I hope you got diarrhea tonight. Call Lindsay. He'll tuck his head between your shitty butt cheeks and clean you up. He likes that. So Letitia James said, nobody's above. And she's got evidence, son. We are not to rejoice in someone's downfall or we're not to rejoice in that. But I have to ask the Lord to forgive me because this is one person that I will find some delight in. Now, I know that a lot of readers say, well, I don't see him in jail. I see him in jail. Well, that's because I want to see him in jail, maybe. But he's going to be a broken man. You can believe that. Because while he's planning a run for 2024, we will witness the falling away of all those people that he disappointed, that he lied to. Some of them will stay there because, they got to believe in something. They want to have a reason to stay pissed off and mad at the blacks and at the Hispanics and at the Asian people. But we will see his authority and his power diminishing. Because people get tired of hearing somebody need to put one of my pillow boys' pillow over his fucking face. That boy, I tell you, now Smartmatic is suing his ass. Smartmatic is suing him. He got Dominion suing him. And everywhere you turn around, he's sitting there clinging to one of his pillows, talking about how they the best pillows you can ever have. Have you read the reviews, Mike? Your pillows stink. They suck. And all of this evidence you have, boy, you back on the pipe. Only a crackhead would believe that bullshit. You got enough evidence to put 300 million people in jail. Boy, sit your ass down. Woo! Yeah, Daddy he's self-medicating or something because the shit that comes out of his mouth is wilder and wilder and wilder. And speaking of bitches, I want to go back to the Republicans in the House and in the Senate. Y'all a bunch of bitches. You really are. You knew good and well that the people that stormed the Capitol were not Black Lives Matter. You knew that. That would be a hell of a makeup job. I don't know nobody can afford to go get professional makeup like that. You know good and well those were your people. You know good and well. But y'all just too weak to even admit it. You're a bunch of cowards. And I see that I have when I learned about putting a banner down there, I still didn't get it right. I didn't put the $ before my Cash App address. Oh, Lord, I guess I'll get it right one of these days. Anyway, I know that I can do that. Maybe I'll start putting like little encouraging messages on the crawl or something. So, y'all know good and well there wasn't Black Lives Matter. And let me tell you something about what happened during the Black Lives Matter. The riots that started here in Atlanta started here when a white boy broke the window of the CNN headquarters with his skateboard. It's on film. Black Lives Matter people didn't do that. The Wendy's that was set on fire was started by a white woman. Black Lives Matter people did not do that. In Minneapolis, when the things started to get tense and people were rioting, the people that were arrested didn't even live in Minnesota. They came from out of town, and they were all white. So stop with the lies and the bullshit. Stop trying to make January 6th something it was not. Because I can tell you another thing. I don't know a Black person living that's going to shit and piss and wipe it on, use their hand and wipe it on some walls. We don't do that. No. We don't do that. That was y'all's crew. And I do believe there was a brother that was down there grinning, holding up a sign. If he got arrested, we ain't seen his ass. He's down in the pit, and we ain't seen his ass come up for nothing. Serves him right. And Ollie, whatever your Akbar, whatever your name is, ain't nobody coming after your ass because Jesus Christ is your Lord. You better pray, son. They're coming after you because of the fuck shit you started. And you better believe, son, that them people that you calling off, they're gonna act like they didn't know you. Even if hard evidence is shown, they're gonna act like they didn't know who your black ass is. They're coming after me because I've confessed that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Bitch. No. They don't care about who you professing as your Lord and Savior. Jesus keep me near the cross. And once again, Zaddy loses again in the court. He went on, and it was 8-1, where they said, boy, bye. The National Archives, because they're not gonna honor or block the National Archives from sending your papers over to January 6th. I want to know who the one dissenter was. Probably that big black bullfrog, aka Long Don Silver, aka Clarence Thomas. Did y'all know that during his confirmation, when Anita Hill was called in, she said that he referred to his private parts as Long Don Silver? Oh, how disgusting. He's probably got stray hairs growing out of his balls. I don't think that he manscapes or does anything. And right now his balls are probably down to his knees. He and Jenny deserve each other. Yeah, that's right, Adrian. No, we don't do things like use our bare hand to wipe out. No, we don't do that. That's not our shtick. that's not that's not in our thing at all. And we use washcloths when we take showers. There's this product called Looming, nice product, and the lady who is the inventor of it, I guess, she's in the shower and she's washing her body with her hands, and she says, if and she wipes her butt crack and it's still funky, bitch, use a washcloth, okay? Try using a washcloth to get all in those dark spots, okay? We use a washcloth. Now, I was speaking about the CD. I'm excited. I'm going to name off some of the songs I'm considering putting on it. And I want you all to tell me if you've heard of the artist or if you've heard of the song. I've already made up my mind for about 3 of them. We're going to probably do a remix of Peel Me a Grape. That one's going to go on. But we're going to kick off the set when we gig and kick off the CD with a tune called Hang It Up by Patrice Rushen. Rushen, a keyboardist, composer. She was one of the first women really that I can think of back in the 80s who was leading the band. Patrice Rushen. It's a kick-ass tune. A lot of brass, a lot of funk. Real cool. Now, have any of you, if you've heard Lori Kettle, you say we even had our own washcloths in the outhouse. Oh yeah, we don't do that other thing. Never a bare hand. Never. Have any of you heard of Rachelle Farrell? Hands up if you have. If you haven't, check her out. Because I'm going to sing Welcome to My World. That was one of her first, that was on a CD that she cut when she first came through. Brilliant composer, singer, songwriter. Brilliant. We're going to do Welcome to My World. Now, when I go into my contemporary jazz stuff, I'll be singing Carmen Lundy's tunes. Carmen Lundy is not only a friend, but she has some hip-ass contemporary jazz tunes. She is classically trained. I mean, they are all bad BMFs. They are all badass women. And we're going to kick it with Forgive Me, no, All Day and All Night. And then I'm going to do Where Did It Go? And then I'm going to sing Forgive Me and Send Me Somebody. Now that's already 4 of her tunes. And I might have to make up my mind about that because I just love her music. I just love her music. Now I know y'all know Jill Scott, God damn it. Somebody knows somebody up in there. So we're going to be doing Long Walk with another juiced up, funked up arrangement. And I'm considering doing a Shaka tune called Everlasting Love. When I feel you dreaming, I think of sunsets, how high my high gets. Thinking of doing that one. And an Aretha tune. If you want my loving, If you really do, don't be afraid. Hey, baby, just ask me. I might do that one too, but see, when you're doing shock and Aretha tunes, when you're doing power tunes, you can't be fucking around. You got to come with it, So that's why I spend an hour a day, or sometimes just singing all day long, humming or something, to keep my chops greased, because I realized that during the lockdown that I didn't really have a song in my heart, and I think perhaps I was mildly depressed. I didn't sing, and it probably was because all the gigs went away and I couldn't think of any reason to sing. So those are the songs that I'm considering, and I probably sit down tonight and come up with some more. But I have to make up my mind, because the more tunes we do, um, oh, thank you, Johnny. I tell you what, I will not half step. You can bet on that. I'm not gonna do it. No, no, no. You can't do that. You be, you have your card snatched. So I will, if I can, I think there's a way that I can play the music if I get that copyright phrase put in the box on StreamYard, so that, or read it so that I don't get flagged or anything. That's why I'm very careful about how much of a song that I actually present, just because of that. And I did promise you a song by Nancy Wilson. When I was growing up, I really loved pop and funk, and we had a lot of rock, classic rock, and uh, uh, country western music when in Nevada, and it wasn't like the really popular kind with Shania Twain and Reba McEntire and the girls that came along and really made some good ass country music with swing. And we had Conway Twitty and some of those really hardcore uh, country western singers. Now I did like, and I love Patsy Cline. She was really soulful to me. I latched on to her Sweet Dreams. You don't love me, it's plain. Every night I feel the same. You could love me, da, 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 instead of having sweet dreams about you. I listened to Sarah Vaughan and Gloria Lynn and Nancy Wilson and Dionne Warwick and Carmen McRae. I listened to the jazz vocalists. For some reason, I just gravitated to that music and to those songs. And Nancy Wilson was one of the oh, Laura, your mother likes Patsy. Yeah, she could sing. I mean, she could. And I like KD Lang, and I wonder what happened to KD, because she really has a great voice. She was a Canadian singer. I don't know if any of y'all remember her, but boy, she sounded good, and she sang the notes off of one of the Patsy Cline songs. I remember she was on Johnny Carson, and she brought tears to his eyes singing one of Patsy Cline's tunes. Now Nancy Wilson was like the young woman among the jazz divas. She was the youngster in the crowd, and she had. I always compared her voice to like juniper berries or something. She had a really strong, bright sound, and it wasn't. Well, it started to mellow out when she got older, and it also began to capture a lot more soul, I thought, as she got older, because she wasn't really one of the chicks that had soul in her voice, but she was pretty. I also dug Diana Ross and all the girls from Motown because, you know, when you came out, you were glamorous. You didn't come out in no baggy jeans and Timberlands, and you had to dress up and put you on some sequins and what did this piece of hair get on my nerves? Put on some sequins and glittery bling bling jewelry. You know, I just enjoy the whole. I still do. I still will not go out looking any old kind of way to get on stage. I enjoy the whole ritual, the whole preparation of it. But again, Nancy was one of the more elegant singers, and as she got older, her voice got mellower and much richer sounding to me. And one of the songs she used to sing was called "May I Come In," and I'll just give you a little bit of it. I think the next time I come on, I'm going to share you a blues tune, which really ain't, you know, it ain't like blues, something that's been rolling around in my head, and something that I'm going to send over to this electronic music guy. The thing is, I do it on the voice recorder, and I don't like that. So it's just like being in the studio. You know, you keep doing several takes, you keep going over the same stuff over and over till you get the one that you like. So I've been recording it, I don't know, 10 times and not liking anything. So I think what I'm going to do is make this last time be it and just send it over, because it's merely it's just an idea at this point. And once you put all the music and the juice behind it, you actually have something to build on. But this, I wonder if I should do, speaking of the, if May I Come In, or if I should sing Never Let Me Go, because Never Let Me Go is on the EP that I cut, although I cut a few years back, and I was in love, honey. And this person broke my heart. I mean, you know, when I get heartbroken, I can't even go to work. I can't do nothing. I have to I can't do anything. But let's see. Speaking of the devil goes, speak, speak, speak. Speaking of the devil, well, here I am. May I come in? Just imagine all the lush violins and everything. This is a real lush song. Feeling like a lost and lonely lamb. May I come in? Mm-hmm. Don't close the door before you hear my story. Da, 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 dee, da, do. Please let me stay till I can say I'm so sorry. Now, you know what? I have to blow my nose. Excuse me. Mucus. A singer's nightmare. Excuse me. School me. I'm going to do it all over again because I could feel that coming. None of that was cute. I'll start all over. Speaking of the devil, well, here I am. May I come in? Feeling like a lost and lonely lamb. May I come in? Don't close the door before you hear my story. Please let me stay till I can say I'm so sorry. Sorry that I ran out and lost my mind with someone new. Carelessly, I left my heart behind. I'm still with you. What can I do? I'm standing on your welcome mat, but the welcome's wearing thin. Speaking of what a fool I've been, may I please come in? That's speaking of the devil. And that's actually about the first song that I've sung out loud all day. You say sing more? I probably should. Maybe I should come on and do my warm-ups with you all, you know. Yeah, Johnny, it's pretty scary. I could feel I don't know if it's allergies or what is going on. But ever since the fall came and then we went into winter, I've had like itchy nose and had to blow my nose and clear my throat, you know, and that's like, ooh, that's the worst that can happen to a singer because what it does is if you have any kind of congestion, you can't really, if when you go for a head tone, you can feel that shit rattling around in your head, you know, and you want to blow your nose. So that was not cute. Please forgive me, but it was the only way I was going to finish the song. So Um, we are tentatively scheduled to go in the studio in April to begin officially recording. I have sent over 3 songs already for my MD to arrange. I'd like to get with him. I have to get with him also so that we can rehearse and get the keys just right. See, can you do? Guess who I saw today? I could. Electra. I could do that. That's one of her. Wow, that was one of her big hits. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The wind through the pipes does that. It does. Yeah, it does when you go out and it's been windy and it's been blowing stuff around. So it has really been kind of difficult for me. But you know, we must soldier on. We must soldier on. Let's see. Guess who I saw today? Another thing, one must never sing with chewing gum in their mouth. That's a big no-no. And I had a huge wad in there too. That ain't even cute. Oh, and you like Joe Williams, Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me? Okay, you can sing background, Johnny. You know what? I'll prepare those songs. I love both of those songs. Joe Williams I would hear this music in my house, and Joe Williams was just a very elegant, luscious singer. Man, yeah. Let's see. You're so late getting home from the office. Did you miss your train? Or were you caught in the rain? No, don't bother to explain. Here we go again. I'll be back. I'll be right Can I fix you a quick martini? As a matter of fact, I'll have one with you. For to tell you the truth, I've had quite a day too. Guess who I saw today, my dear? I went in town to shop around for something new, and thought I'd stop to have a bite when I was through. I looked around for someplace near when it occurred to me as I left the car, there was a most cute French cafe and bar. I boogered up the lyrics then. It really wasn't very far. The waiter showed me to a dark, secluded corner. And when my eyes became accustomed to the gloom, they slamming fucking doors. I saw two people at the bar who were so in love. Even I could spot it clear across the room. But guess who I saw today, my dear? I searched around for the door. I headed blindly to the door. They didn't see me passing through. Guess who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? I saw you. So that was a boogered up. Oh, you think you're impressed that? Well, see, I do know. I have a library of songs that I know the lyrics to, but I have a girlfriend who's a whiz. You can call her any kind of tune from any era, and she knows all the lyrics and the music. She's my go-to person when I can't name a song or something. I'll hum a few bars, and she know what it is. But yeah, when you start singing, you remember some of them. That was kind of a boogered up version of Guess Who I Saw Today. Yeah. And Johnny, if you want to sing backing vocals, you say, yeah, you have to play a song to remember. I do too. I mean, that's how I learn. My learning process is that I will listen to a song a couple of times, and then I'll listen to it again and write down the lyrics. Then I'll listen to it one more time, and then I'll leave it alone for weeks and just sing the song from the lyrics that I've written so that I can make it my own and sing it my way. I'm a little raspy today, and I can feel it. I can feel the tightness and the raspiness there. And that probably has to do with, all the leaves. I went out for a long walk today. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark. Conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. I dig that tune. I took a long walk, and I went where there were no other people, so I didn't have to wear the mask so much. And you know what I'm noticing too? These masks. Oh, I'll see you. Hey, Paula. You know those do masks make your nose run? And well, you know, I have soft ones, so they don't irritate me around my mouth stuff. But do masks make your nose run? I have had more issues with a runny nose since I've had to wear them, and I'm sure that's contributing to whatever else might be going on all up in my nasal passages as well. Thank you, Johnny. He says my raspy is a lot better. Well, yeah, it's raspy. It really is. But I try to go places where I don't have to wear the mask. And today the wind was up, so there was a lot of like dust and um, leaves and stuff blowing around. Atlanta, of course, the city shut down because Atlanta had I call it heavy frost. It is, you know, when you've lived up north, when you know what snow is, you know what snow is, and it ain't here. So they had a little dusting, and it got on top of some of the cars, and everybody was, you know, there were people saying, "Oh, you know, I wish there was more snow. I just love it." There are places you can go to where it snowed under for snow. I do not miss it. Okay. The coolest thing about winter is being able to layer up and wear different clothing, but I do not miss the snow, shoveling snow, having to go out in the cold. No, 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 no. That's just not my thing. But it lasted for it didn't even last a day, okay? And it's been cold. It's been beautiful during the day. The sun is out. But by the time the sun goes down, the temperatures drop. So we've had lows in the morning as low as 29 degrees. You know, it's that real dry, crisp kind of stuff that I kind of like it because I can wear a big sweater or something like that and go out and walk and work up a sweat. So anyway, you know, thank you for letting me warm up with you guys. Now I think I'm ready to record my little tune to send over to the sky. But before I go, I did say that I wanted to ask the Oracle, you know, what we can look forward to, how, you know, what must we do, how much we should always think on wonderful things. We should always, no matter how funky things may feel, you know, or may hear, whatever, you know, you got to sometimes pick out the tidbits of your day that did bring you some joy, because our complaining only brings more complaints. It doesn't make time pass by any faster. It just makes you miserable. So, you know, enjoy the beauty of the day. I tell you about my morning ritual where I affirm that this is the day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. It's the most wonderful day of my life, and I'm expecting wonderful things. I'm expecting wonderful things. And when you kind of get started that way, you see, your snow is calf deep. Baby, good luck with that. Oh, something flew out. I don't know if it was a sloppy shuffle. You can have the knee-deep snow, okay? Well, one of my favorite cards, it says faith, 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 now faith, now faith, now faith. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith, at the moment faith, right here, right now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That is what we do. We walk in faith because we don't know. We might have plans. We don't know when we step out of the shower what to expect. You know what I'm saying? It's like It is all a faith walk. It really is. Just putting your one foot in front of the other some is faith. Um, Marinate on that. And faith is trusting. I've said it before many times. I love these little cards because my hands are small. I have some other, I'm going to break out some of my other oracle cards, but I really like these because they're small. My hands are small. Everything else used to line up with small hands. But faith, faith. The bottom card is, these cards keep coming up. The unexpected. Did we not talk about that the last time? And in our expectation, in our faith walk, in our imagination, in our manifestation, let's focus on the unexpected being something wonderful. That something wonderful is happening right now. That something wonderful is happening to and for me right now. Let's in our expectation of the unexpected, let's expect something wonderful. Let's expect something that's going to bring us great joy. Let's expect something that's going to be a blessing that's just going to make you smile. Even if it means a change in somebody's attitude that is funky to you at work, or your children come home and you go to their room and you find they've cleaned up. I mean, just in our faith walk, and in our look at how beautiful that picture is for the unexpected. That's loving. That is loving. They're looking out over horizon. In our faith walk, let's let our expectation of the unexpected be something fabulous, honey. And our gratitude continues to pop up. Gratitude, and attitude of gratitude. Yes, I'm telling you, if you need a reminder of how blessed we are in this country and why so many of us are fighting tooth and nail, so many of us are fighting to maintain what we have probably taken, not probably, what we've taken for granted. All you need to do is, I know on my YouTube channel, I've donated to the organizations that get food to the people in Yemen. Who would eat our leftovers, a scrap of bread, whose babies are dying of malnutrition. When you think about having coins in your purse, what those coins would do for somebody in that situation, it could perhaps buy medicine that's needed. It could feed those babies. I mean, it pulls on my heartstrings, and that's why I make it a point to donate to St. Jude's, to the Shriners, because they helped my sister who got polio from bad polio vaccine. I have a child in Gambia named Mervis. She's 3 years old. Children's International. And I donate to the organizations that it's Fresh Bakeries or something, and one is a masjid that gets food to those people. When we don't have to look that far, really, to understand just how grateful we should be that things that we take for granted, I think I shared with you a phrase that a friend of mine said, that our nightmare is someone else's dream. That when you look at bills and wonder how you're going to pay them or whatever, somebody would be happy to be in a position to be able to even receive a bill. So we have faith, trusting in the unseen, knowing that the Creator, infinite wisdom, God, whatever you call your higher power, I don't get it involved in semantics. As long as you recognize there's something within you that is and without us that is greater than us, but abides in all of us, that precious breath of life, that you will it will never lead you down the wrong path. Never lead you down. Trust your gut. If you get a gut feeling, trust that thing. That is one way that spirit speaks to us. If it ain't feeling right, probably ain't right. And something that this one is will. And you see, she is in a prayer position. She's submitting. In the Lord's Prayer, Jesus says, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." We have the power to pull the will of the heaven. God is always willing. Creator is always willing. Always willing. Sometimes we must submit our own will. We must submit and allow the Holy Spirit. I refer to that greater thing in me as the Holy Spirit, because, quite frankly, I want to make sure I'm communicating with the right one. Sometimes we have to submit our will and allow the Holy Spirit, the Spirit within us, the Spirit that gives us life every day, to lead us and guide us. We can sometimes be like salmon trying to swim upstream instead of maybe a fish that's swimming along and going with the flow. It sounds cliche, but oh my God, it makes life a whole lot easier just to. So think about that. Sometimes we have to submit to the higher power. Trust that guidance. Trust in that. I love it. I also I get excited every morning now, because I wonder what wonderful thing is going to happen for me today. And it could be somebody smiled at me and said hello, or somebody complimented me, or somebody did something kind for me. Just the small things can bring a smile to your face. Submit your will, and let the will of the Creator be done in your life. Because it's a good thing, y'all. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I appreciate y'all coming on and letting me warm up with you, because I really, you don't know, I was struggling, okay? I was truly struggling. I'm thinking, now earlier today, I sang these songs. I sang the Nancy Wilson songs with ease. And then tonight, they felt like I was really struggling. But, it gets better and better. The more I do it, that's what happens when we perform, Patience. That's probably for me. Patience with myself. The more I do it, the more I get out and swing, the better I sound. It's like anything. And it's been a long time since I've been out performing. So I really appreciate you all coming on and letting me do this, and support in support of me. I just love you so. And Johnny, I'm gonna hook you up, and I'm gonna get you a bling outfit, because you gotta be you gotta wear some bling. You're gonna be on my team as a backing vocalist. Yeah. So Paula, I'm so happy that you came on. Um, and again, write down, please write, if there are things that you've been putting off, things you've been wanting to do, things that you desire to do, write them down and put some energy in them, and and take some steps to get it done. Just do your part. you know just do your part. The people in the Baptist church used to say, if you take one step, he'll take two. you know let's get some dreams manifest this year. I feel good about this year. I actually feel as if all of the difficulty that we've had, and all of the struggle, that we'll actually we're getting some relief. We're getting some relief. We really are. We're getting some relief. Keep your mind on those things that give you joy. Ladies, I always say, take some time. Ladies and gents, take some time out for yourself. You can't, don't run on empty now. You got to take some time out for yourself to fill your tank up, and get into your own world. Get on your own planet. Take care of yourself, and then you'll be able to be effective in your taking care of others. I want to thank all of my beautiful ones who come on every time I do a live. I didn't see Twaina here, and I didn't see Miss Gilbert. I didn't see Joanne. Jessica, I didn't see her. I don't know if they came on. But I thank all of you. I thank you, Lori, Sharon Sipe, Catamansi Mesquite, Deborah Lewis, Paula Stahl, Johnny. Adrian was on for a moment. Jaconda, I thank you all. And I will, when I come back, I'll sing "Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me." I'm taking requests, y'all. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.